Class 5, Lesson 13, Lost and Found. Today we are gonna do question answers. Let's start the work. Exercise A. Answer the following questions. Question number 1. Why did Mrs. Harris jump off the bicycle? Answer. Harris told her to sit tight. Due to stony road, she thought he had told her to jump off. So she jumped off the bicycle. Question 2. What made Mrs. Harris sit down and cry? Answer. Mrs. Harris sat down and cried because she was in Holland, a foreign country with no money. Moreover, she did not know Holland's language, Dutch, so she felt completely lost and did not know what to do. Question number 3. Why could people not grasp what Mrs. Harris was trying to tell them? Answer. People could not grasp what Mrs. Harris was trying to tell them because she spoke in English. She knew no Dutch. The people, on the other hand, knew no English. Question number 4. What did the policeman understand from the signs Mrs. Harris made? What did the police do as a result? Answer. The policeman understood from the signs Mrs. Harris made that some man had stolen her bicycle. So, when a police found a boy riding a lady's bicycle some miles away, they brought him to her in a cart. Question 5. Why did Harris enjoy his ride so much more after his wife had jumped off the bicycle? Answer. Without Mrs. Harris at the back, the bicycle had become lighter, and so Harris could now go faster without any extra effort. He thought he had become a stronger cyclist. He rode with great enjoyment, thinking that the fresh country air of Holland had made him strong. Question 6. What was all the information that Harris was able to give the police about where he had lost his wife? Harris was not able to tell the police exactly where he had lost his wife. He could only tell them the name of the village where he and his wife had had lunch, and that they had set out from the village together. Question number 7. Why was Mrs. Harris finally brought to Harris? Why was she angry? Answer. With the help of hotel keeper who knew little English, the police could understand what had happened. In the evening, Mrs. Harris was brought to her husband in a covered wagon, together with a bill of expenses. Mrs. Harris thought that her husband had deliberately left her behind and so put her to considerable trouble. So she was so angry.